man. Let him know.
Robert Griffin III is walking to the podium, we're told, momentarily. He worked out today again, threw for about 30 minutes alongside some of the other rehabilitating Redskins. There you see Robert Griffin III limping just a little bit, as our Albert Breer reported after doing some sprints. Let's take you in now to Robert Griffin III.
Special privileges for the logo. Yes, sir.
Robert, we saw you do some different things, I guess, running today. What have you been able to do since the last time we talked that may be different from last Thursday?
Yeah, this week was a big week, going 4 straight days on the field. So, on previous weeks we've had a day off. So to go the 4 straight, throwing every day, playing, cutting, doing the routes with the receivers, all the guys kind of did a good job balancing the act for the 4 straight days. And, I've started throwing on the run a lot more, as you guys saw, doing a lot more plant throws out of the play action type of throws that we do in our offense. And that's the encouraging part. I've also bumped up the long distance running. As you guys saw today, ran a little bit more. So that's all good. I'm feeling more comfortable doing everything. And the coaches are saying that I look a lot better. When they do get to sneak a peek in there, they say I look a lot more comfortable throwing the ball, look relaxed, and it shows.
How does your knee feel? Is there any soreness at all after those 4 straight days, or what did it feel like for you?
No, that was the encouraging part today. Of course, whenever the media's out here or fans are out here, you get a little extra juice, but I felt good today regardless. And that's what I'm excited about, to have those 4 straight days to still feel good after those 4 days with no soreness is a good thing.
You mentioned the cutting. Is that what you ultimately need to be at in terms of that specific skill, or is there still another advanced stage of cutting specifically that you want to get to?
I think the advanced stage of cutting would be running and cutting. What I've tried to do, and what I've tried to do with the other guys, Thompson, Reed, and Fred and Pierre, Pierre being the only one with an upper body injury, what we try to do is make sure we can do the football-specific things. So I can, do an 8-track, do a 9-track, do a 4-track, 5-track, plant, get through all my reads, whether it's a back pedal throw, a 7-step drop, 5-step drop, whether Fred's cutting off his inside foot or his outside foot, all those guys, we try to do that first. And then for me at least, I know I'm the only one of the group that has to go through the advanced running and cutting stage, where you run full speed to the right and you cut to the left. That's the kind of stuff that I have to get done here in the next 2 months. And it will get done. But as far as football-specific things as a quarterback, I feel good doing those things.
Robert, at the end of the running, it looked like explosive sprinting at the very end.
Right.
At the very end, it looked like you kind of had a little bit of a limp. Is that normal? Just when you get up and you're done with it, you're just going to be a little bit sore?
No, I think Larry told me that coming out here. I asked him if he was joking, because he does joke like that a lot, saying about me limping or anything like that. But I didn't feel like I was limping. Wasn't sore at all. So I did think he was joking, but he said he was serious. And some people were saying that they thought I was limping, but no, I wasn't.
Robert, when you have so many guys rehabbing, how does that help the other guys coming in, taking more reps that they need to take, especially just during OTAs that they may not get during training camp? What does that do for a team's development? Oh,
I think it builds the depth. It's what Coach has been saying the whole offseason, that we have a lot of depth on this team, and it's allowing other guys to get reps, like you said, that they won't normally get. And, the more you play, the better you'll get. And whenever you can have those guys that are coming off the sidelines, if someone goes down and they're ready to go as soon as they step in, I think that helps the team.
What do you think of the depth you've seen so far?
I think the team has been looking really good. The defense has been flying around. Offense, we have our days where we're tearing it up, and then we have our days when we're not tearing it up. But that's just how it goes with practice. And, it's been fun to watch, but I'm pretty tired of watching.
Robert, can you talk about Brian Rackmo and how he's come back and how you guys have been pushing each other in your comebacks?
Oh, yeah, Rack's been great. It was tough to see him there on the sideline the whole year. I went through that in college. It's tough to see your team go out there and play without you. And he's done a good job coming back from his injury, 100%. He's been firing off the ball. You can watch the film. I'm sure Coach won't let you, but if you watch the film, you'll see him. He's explosive. he's there. He's excited to be back, and it tells in every day in practice because he's out there busting his butt. And I think guys get back not for themselves. They come back because they want to help the team. And I think that's what's been the whole theme for everybody, myself included, with Pierre, Thompson, Reed, and Fred, all those guys wanting to get back. And, you know, even the guys that are out there right now, like Tristan Davis and Chris Neal, Chase Minifield, all those guys worked really hard this offseason to get back, to be able to practice, and it's really good to see everybody back out there.
Where are you now from 3 weeks ago in terms of, it just seems like you're a lot more solid footing, a lot more, you've come a long way in 3 short weeks.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want. Every day you want to feel better, and that's how it's been. So, yeah, I mean, I feel comfortable. I know the coaches say I look more comfortable, more fluid. Running-wise, they say my stride and my gait look a lot more fluid, and that's positive. That's what you want. You want it to always be positive.
Do you want a training camp realistic? I mean, target for you to be under center with the first-team offense?
Without a doubt.
Hey, Robert, when you look, Josh Morgan dealt with a lot of injuries last year, so I can't hear over. Josh dealt with a lot of injuries last year. Do you see anything different about him this spring, just the way he's moving around?
Yeah, Josh has been good, as you guys saw, a couple spectacular catches, which is what he's capable of being. He's capable of being a beast, and that's what we need him to be. You know, he came last year. He had a rod in his ankle from the injury the year before, so he got that taken out. So he's cutting a lot better. He feels a lot more fluid, and he feels good. I mean, just imagine you have a rod on your ankle and you're playing in 30-degree weather. It's going to be a little sore. So he got that out. He's feeling a lot better, and we feel good about him.
Robert, did you say without a doubt? What makes you say without a doubt about that day one of training camp?
One, it's a mindset, and then two, it's just how I felt and how it's progressed. You know, like you said, over the last 3 weeks, you know, I've had a lot of progress, and I feel a lot better. So if you think, I think what training camp's a month and a half away, 2 months. You know, I feel really good about that, and the start of the season is even farther than that. So I feel good about that, and that's why I say without a doubt.
Robert, a lot of people bring up Adrian Peterson when they talk about your rehab, but is that a difficult comparison for you? Because, I mean, it seems like that would add pressure because people would be expecting, you know, look at the season that Adrian Peterson came back and had, and do you think people will be expecting you to do, you know, that type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not Adrian. But when it comes to the pressure of coming back from the injury, it's like the old saying, you only feel pressure when you don't know what you're doing, and or you're not confident in what you're doing. And I feel confident in what you know, the coaches are going to do with me. I feel confident in what I've been working with Larry Hess in the training room and those guys. So, you know, I feel confident in my body and the way it's been responding. So there's no pressure there. It's just a matter of if I'm ready, I go. If I'm not ready, then I sit.
So no doubts, but of course, any rehab comes with frustrations. What's been your biggest frustration as you end OTAs here today?
Watching. That's it. I mean, I'm getting all the mental reps I can. You know, helping the guys out as much as I can, talking to them about different plays. You know, a year of experience helps you no matter what anybody says. You know, I've only played 1 year, but that year of experience helped me a lot. So to sit here and see it from a different perspective also helps, but that doesn't mean that you have to enjoy sitting there and watching, and that's not something that I enjoy. So I'm looking forward to getting back out on the field.
Hey, Robert, have you had a chance to read what Donovan McNabb said last week?
I heard what he said.
What did you make of those comments?
I mean, it is what it is. You know, everybody's going to have their own opinion, and you know, he's free to have that opinion, so I'll just leave it at that.
Would he be somebody that you're interested in talking to? I mean, he's come up through the league. He had a lot of success. He's played here and didn't have success here, so he's kind of been on both sides of it.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Donovan play when I was younger. So, you know, I saw what he went through and the ups and downs, and I think it was, 5 NFC championship games. And so, I mean, I know the history. So it's not something I would be opposed to. But like I said, it's just right now I got other things to do.
He hasn't reached out to you privately or anything like that?
Nah.
Okay.
Roy Halou has graduated from your little group to a uniform. What did you think of how he's come along? What do you think of how he looks?
Oh, I mean, Halou looks great. Or as we call him, Halou JR. Because he randomly threw that junior on there after someone put a 3rd on their jersey. So, but no, he's looked great. And, you know, just this morning in practice, in film, Coach, you know, gave him a shout out, said, he, you know, it's glad to have him back out there. And we are, you know, he's a guy that can really help us. You know, him, Thompson, and all the other guys that are competing for spots right now, they're all really explosive players. And You just got to find out who's going to make it out of that group. But, you know, we're definitely we got a good batch of backs back there for sure.
Robert, you said the first day of training camp you think is a realistic target, but with sort of the lessons of all of this, is it the right target to have?
I think it is the right target if I'm healthy. I've talked to Coach, I've talked to the doctors, I've talked to Larry, and I've talked to everybody that's close to me. It's if I'm ready to go week 1, then I play. If I'm not ready to go week 1, then I can swallow my pride and not play. It's that simple. And that's why I talked to Coach. I told him I'll be honest with him. If I feel like I'm ready to go and there's no doubt in my mind that I can play, then I'll be ready to go. But if there's an ounce of doubt or a minor setback, then I won't play.
Thanks.
That's Robert Griffin III addressing the media, saying without a doubt he plans to lead the first team offense as he walks away from the media crowd from Redskins Park in Ashburn, Virginia. He says without a doubt he plans to lead the first team offense on day 1 of training camp. We'll have much more coming up.